Well, the Social Security mystery has been solved. Yep, the mystery that we've all been wondering about for a few days now. In fact, this is so good, maybe I should be wearing my smart person scientist glasses because this is pretty interesting. All right, so remember the last couple days here, I've been out in some live streams talking about Social Security and how they haven't technically updated us on anything going on in regards to a press release or any type of official announcement, but rather I've been talking about, hey, they've been posting on their X page, as in, formerly known as Twitter, about some of these different changes that they're implementing. And I've been saying, this is kind of weird. I've been waiting for an official press release. I literally just talked about this in the live stream last night, and I thought, this is very odd. I said that a few times. Well, we got further clarification on this, and like I said, mystery is solved. So, that being said, I'm going to take my glasses off because I honestly don't need them, and it's just a lot easier to not have them on. So anyway, all right, so let me share with you exactly what was released on this, the latest information we know about this, and the new way in which Social Security will be communicating with us. Yeah, this is interesting. All right, so if you thought this was interesting as of last night when I was talking about this, I was talking about a different topic, to be fair, but I kept mentioning this, saying this is super weird. Why have they not brought us a formal press release on this? And then again, if you go to the Social Security website, you can clearly see the last press release that came out was on March 27th. Seems very interesting, considering we went through a time where we were getting press releases multiple times per week, even a couple per day here and there. All right, well, here's what happened. They have officially announced they will no longer be offering press releases. It's a thing. They're no longer sending out press releases. Okay, so basically, apparently the people that are in charge or that were behind the press releases, apparently they are being laid off, they're being reassigned, they're no longer going to be working with Social Security. So the only form of communication the Social Security will have with us directly is where? Yes, on X. That's it, okay? So that will be their new formal way of communicating with us, which again is super interesting. I mentioned this in the live stream last night. I said, I've been looking everywhere, looking for an official announcement on this. And again, remember the updates and everything that are coming into effect as of this coming Monday, the 14th, right? I've talked about those last night. I've talked about this in dedicated videos. And I talked about it last night. I was like, hey, I saw this on the X page. Apparently an official Social Security official came out and made these statements, but I'm not seeing it in a press release. This is odd. Why are we not seeing it officially announced on this? Well, this explains exactly why. We won't be getting any more press releases. They've made that very clear. Very odd, in my opinion, but this is the new future here, and this is how things are changing. So we will need to continue to watch their X account very closely and see what happens here. Now, I know there's a lot of you that are not signed up on X. That's totally fine. You don't need to. Now, again, as I say all the time, I'm watching all these different aspects very closely. Every single day, I'm watching all these headlines. I'm watching all the new information coming out, the press releases or the equivalent to, since there's no longer press releases, but rather their announcements over on their X page. I'll be watching that very closely. And as we get more information coming out, of course, I will obviously be right here for you, bringing you up to speed on what's going on here. So there we go. Figured it out as far as why we did not see any official announcements on this other than on X the last couple days here. And this would be exactly why we are seeing those announcements over there. Super interesting that all this is being transitioned onto X. I mean, really? Is that the best they can do here? They can't even send out a simple email like they were, that we would all get a little ding, right? Ding, got an email, awesome, it's from Social Security, let's read it and see what the new press release is. Nope, not anymore. That is a thing of the past. Yeah, okay. All right, so here we go. This is going to be super interesting going forward. And yes, they are going through with laying even more people off within Social Security. So it's going to be an interesting time. All right, so I'm going to jump into the chat here. I'll spend some time answering some questions, whatever you got for me. Feel free to stick that down below. This is super interesting what's going on right now. All right, anyway, let me know what you got. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can, and I'll keep you posted and everything going on. All right, so this is going to take me a minute to pull this up. This is always the slowest process. Sorry about that. Let's just pull this up. Okay. By the way, happy Friday. Hope you're having a nice day. Yeah, it's been an interesting week, right? All right. Sorry about this. This is always kind of slow. Again, if you're joining live right now, feel free to stick a comment down below. If you're watching the replay on this, well, then feel free to leave a comment. By the way, today is Friday, April 11th. It's about, I don't know, 6 p.m.-ish East Coast time, roughly, give or take a little bit, around there. So, yep, if you're watching this after this, you know, the replay, feel free to leave a comment if you want. Okay, hang on. Sorry. It's not populating. I'm looking for it here. Sorry, this is always so slow. Okay, here we go. Now I think I'm finding it. It's loading. Sorry, everyone. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Christine Twin Girl. Yeah, Christine Twin Girl, you're talking about a paper where a group of lawyers or something, yeah, is suing Social Security about this. Something, yeah, I've seen some different things out there. Yeah, there's a few different lawsuits that are going on in regards to a variety of different things that are going on right now. Yeah, good point. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, very true. Renell, is that what it is? Sorry, Renell Lang. I could be saying your name incorrectly. I apologize about that, but I think it's Renell Lang. Yeah, exactly. You're saying hopefully that our checks will still come out. Yeah, our checks will still come out. They're changing a lot of things within Social Security for sure, right? One thing that they have not touched and they have not changed, and again, I know there's people out there that say, oh no, you're just trying to put up a smoke screen. No, let's talk about the reality. They've changed a bunch of different things within Social Security. We know this. A lot of things have been changed over the last 2 months, 2.5 months or so, whatever. We know that a lot of things have been changed. And last month, for example, March, there were a ton of different things that came out. But realistically, one thing that they have not touched is our benefits yet. Okay, I'm just saying yet. Got to preface everything these days by saying yet or a subject to change or whatever it is, right? Because just things are changing so rapidly. But yeah, yep. Yeah, Kamala Shirey. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for the nice message. I saw you last night as well. Hope you're having a nice Friday. Thanks for being here, Kamala. I really appreciate you. Is it Bobby Del Cambry? I think it is Bobby Del Cambry. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Hey, Bobby, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. By the way, thanks for being a member. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. You certainly don't have to do that, but I truly appreciate it. That's really cool. Thank you. Yeah, Bobby. Sorry. Bobby Del Cambry. Sorry. I'm super bad with saying names. But anyway, Bobby, thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Tanya Warren. Tanya Warren, I see you there as well. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Joe Minnick. Joe Minnick. Mo3. Hey, I see you there. Joe Minnick. Hey, Mo3. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Joe. Nice to see you. Pastor Eric Bowers. Pastor Eric Bowers is saying, this is Pastor Eric Bowers. Can you answer me? Are we getting a stimulus check? No, not right now. Okay. Nope, not right now. We're not right now. However, let's just stay posted on this. Okay. I think we've seen a massive disruption in the economy this week. We just about imploded the economy on Tuesday night. You probably heard about this. There was some massive unloading of bonds. Really bad stuff, right? I mean, we literally almost imploded our economy on Tuesday night. Okay. Could have been really bad, but, we had some things happen on Wednesday. We saw the reversal out of the president, saved things a little bit, but I wouldn't be shocked if we still implode. Okay, just saying. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to get ugly super fast. I mean, that recession is charging, and we're going to get hit by it. That's okay, though. That's okay. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not trying to say we should get some big economic shock or some big economic contraction, but I'm saying this much. We won't get any changes to anything going on right now until we get a major economic situation that comes in, whether it's a major recession, a major contraction. We need something. Otherwise, we're going to continue with the same old thing. Remember the saying? Super basic saying. If you want to change your life, you need to change your life. I mean, that's super basic, but it's so true, right? The same thing applies with the economy. If you want the economy to change, you need to change the economy. Literally how it works, right? So, anyway, my point is that's what we've got going here. If we don't get a change, we're not going to get any change. So, we want that change. Yeah, Joni Filia. Hey, Joni, I see you there as well. Yeah, I think I was commenting back to you today, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. I kind of lose track of days these days, right? It's just been so busy. But anyway, Joni, thanks so much for being here. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you as always. Is it Scott Hoagland? Scott Hoagland saying, is SSI brought up to the federal poverty line? I think that's what you're asking right there, Scott. Not right now. No, SSI is still significantly below the federal poverty line. But remember, here's the interesting part about SSI. It was formed back in the early 70s under Richard Nixon. It was an anti-poverty program when the program was started. 52, 53 years ago, right? So it was an anti-poverty program. Today, it is a guaranteed poverty program, the way that it's currently set up. So it went from an anti to a guaranteed poverty program. So it kind of flipped as far as what it's supposed to be doing for the beneficiaries. Bad situation. It's supposed to be helping the beneficiaries. Right now, it's literally painting the beneficiaries into a corner and basically, handcuffing these people. Any SSI beneficiary, you can't really do much, right? The restrictions are so incredibly high when it comes down to your SSI benefit. They don't really allow you to do anything. If you get any assistance whatsoever on anything, it's going to be held against you. That's really messed up, right? I don't know. To me, that just seems really messed up. If somebody wants to help you with groceries or rent or anything, they should be able to do that, and you shouldn't be penalized by that. But with the SSI program, you get penalized for basically any assistance whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, Kit Kat, thanks for reaching out. You said that they still need to notify everybody by mail. That's interesting. Yeah, thanks for reaching out with that. Roland Jesseris, I think it is. Hey, again, I'm probably saying your name incorrectly. I apologize about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're talking about everybody should get a raise. 100%. Yep, exactly. Which, by the way, still have my document, my letter, this right here, the three-tiered approach, the SSA Savings Supplement. Presented this maybe 3 weeks ago in a separate video. Yep, I brought it up in a few live streams. I think it's pretty good. Why can't they do something like this? It's so easy. They could easily do it. Anyway, it's a three-tiered approach to raise benefits by $300, $200, and $100 for the lowest income beneficiaries. I don't know. Just seems like super basic, simple logic stuff here to help out low-income people. But, yeah. James Miller. Hey, James Miller. I see you there. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Yeah, Linda Provencher. Linda, I see you there as well. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Yeah, you said you got your check on time and everything. That's awesome. Yes, that's really, really good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, can always be kind of scary when something's supposed to come in and it's delayed. Yeah, but anyway, thanks, Linda, for being here. Yeah, Edward, I see you there as well. You said in a few years all of this can be turned around. Let's just see what happens in the next few years. Yeah, for sure, right? Yep. Yeah, Chris, sorry. Not sure how to pronounce your last name, Chris. You're talking about X and how that's their preferred method of communication now. Yes, it is. They will no longer be doing the press releases as, yeah. I'll give a little recap here in just a minute. But yes, the X page for Social Security is the new preferred communication method. No longer will they be doing press releases. And yeah, that's what they're saying. So Chris is suggesting maybe you could do a video showing us how to set up an X account and things like that. Probably a good idea, right? Yeah. Wow, this is going to be a mess for a lot of people that, are not on there and don't want to be on there, whatever the situation is. Yeah, a lot of us are probably scratching our heads like, what? Really? This is kind of odd. But yeah. Thanks for being here, Chris, by the way. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Susan West, I see you there as well. Thanks, Susan. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Yeah, Tanya Warren, I see you there as well. Thank you. Yeah, Christina, twin girl, talking about that paper. Yeah, you're asking if anybody else is receiving that right now? Yeah, Mike O'Donnell. Mike O'Donnell. I see your message there. Sorry, I'm getting into some older comments right now, so that have been left quite a while ago. So sorry about that. Yeah, but Mike O'Donnell is asking. I heard somebody say last night that Social Security is going to be, I think you said delayed, maybe stopped or delayed for a while. Is that true? No, that is not true. Okay, Michael. Is that what? Yeah, Mike O'Donnell. Yeah, whoever said that, no, not true. Not true at all. Okay, so I don't know who said that. I don't know who you heard that said that. Not true whatsoever. No, they're not stopping. They're not delaying. Nothing like that whatsoever. Okay, so whoever said that, false. Not true. Okay, yeah, you're good. Your benefits will still be arriving on time. Yeah, Patricia Bess is saying always something going on. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, every day. Yeah, Gary Carr Jr. also talking about SSI brought up to the federal poverty line. That'd be super nice. That'd be helpful in a major, major way for a lot of people. But yeah, not at the moment yet. Yeah, Kit Kat, good evening from Florida. That's awesome. I see you there, Kit Kat. Thanks for joining us. Anna Maria, I see you there as well. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Edward J. Antonelli, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I see your nice messages there. Thank you, Edward. That's very kind of you. Yeah, Linda Proffinger, exactly. Thanks for being here again, Linda. Appreciate it as always. Happy Friday. Yeah, Scott Hoagland, I see you there again. Thank you, Scott. Yep. Alencia Fulgerson, I think it is. Alencia. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm probably saying your name incorrectly. I apologize about that. I think it's Alencia Fulgerson, maybe. But hey, I see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Good afternoon and happy Friday. Chris Minix, you're talking about. You're asking, do I think that they're going to give back something to Social Security in regards to a raise? We all need a raise. Your message was, along those lines. Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm not sure what they're going to do with all of this savings out of Doge and things like that. By the way, apparently Elon updated it to $150 billion a year is what he's projecting versus $1 trillion minimum, right? Remember the goal was $2 trillion of savings, and then he was out like, I don't know, probably 4 months ago or so, give or take a little bit, kind of like around the turn of the new year, kind of around that range somewhere. I don't know, December or January is around there, and said, something like, if we can just do $1 trillion, we'll be in good shape. And he was out suggesting, well, maybe we'll just do like 150 billion a year. So that's a huge difference from $1 trillion. Goldie, I see you there as well. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Catherine Wiley, exactly. Catherine, happy Friday. Thanks for being here, Kathy. Okay. I'll go back down to the bottom of the chat. By the way, I was scrolling up on the chat. That's just how I do it. And so I get into older messages the higher I go, obviously. Yeah, Edward J. Antonelli, exactly. Thanks for reaching out. Yeah, good idea. I like it. Thank you, Edward. Okay. Okay, let me answer this question. Keith Rambus, I think it is, Keith Rambus is saying stimulus has been approved. How long do we need to wait for the money? Okay, let's clarify this, okay? First off, Keith, I would love to know, where did you hear that? Please tell me, where did you hear that? I'm just curious. Please tell me the source, okay? But let me tell you the reality behind this, okay? Here's the tough part about being this guy, me, okay? Here's the tough part about this. I'm here to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information every single day, as I've been saying literally for years and years and years. Sometimes, unfortunately, I have to be the person that tells you, well, the bad news, which is honestly the truth, the transparency, right? So in this situation, what I'm going to say right here in the next 10 seconds is unfortunately going to be some bad news for some people. A stimulus has not been approved. False. I'm not sure who said that, but that is not true whatsoever, okay? So Keith, I'm sorry. I'm not here to, discourage anybody. I'm not here to pop anybody's bubble. I'm not here to take the wind out of your sail. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad. But the truth is, no, a stimulus has not been approved at all right now, okay? So unfortunately, I know some people are probably mad at me. Some people are probably hating me. Some people might be throwing bricks at the TV or throwing their phone at the wall. I don't know. I'm just saying, okay? Please don't break your technology. It's not his fault. It's not even my fault, okay? But my point is, this is the reality, okay? No, stimulus has not been approved right now. Okay, that is the reality. I'm watching this stuff very, very closely. I guarantee you that did not slip by my radar without me knowing it. I guarantee it, 100% guarantee it. So, Keith, again, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the situation right now. So anyway, please let me know. Where did you hear that? I'd love to hear it. What did I do? Becky saying not your fault. Thanks, Becky. Appreciate it. I know sometimes it can be, kind of tough. But yeah, thank you, Becky. I appreciate the support. That's very kind of you. Exactly. Linda confirming as well. Yep. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Yeah, Julie and our baby girl. Yeah, I like the name there, by the way. Thank you so much for the nice message. You say people all over on YouTube and you only watch this channel. That's very awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, as I always like to say, want to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information every single day. It's rough out there. There's a lot of information, okay? I see a lot of junk every single day. Trust me. I go through a ton of articles. I look through a lot of different things out there. There's a lot of bad information. I'm just saying. I come across tons of stuff every single day. In fact, I'm to the point, well, I've been to the point for a while now, where I just see a headline, I'm like, that's false. That's not true at all. There's no possible way. No point in even reading it, right? So, yeah. Bachia Paula, exactly, from Florida. Hello, Bachia. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Katie Carpenter, I see you there as well. Exactly. Yep. Okay, Keith Rambus. Okay, Keith Rambus. He's clarifying. He said reconciliation bill passed with stimulus. Again, Keith, please don't be mad at me, okay? I'm just giving you the honest truth here. Nope, the reconciliation bill was not passed, and no, the reconciliation bill does not currently contain stimulus, okay? Just being real with you. Now, to be fair, okay, to Keith's point, they did basically, I'm going to call it a practice vote. Okay, that's like the best way to say it. A couple days ago in the House, what was it? What's today? Thursday? I think it was maybe Wednesday, maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. The days get so mixed up here. It was either yesterday or Thursday. Or sorry, yesterday was Thursday. Sorry. It was either yesterday or Wednesday, okay? It was one of these last couple days here. The House did pass essentially a practice vote on the reconciliation bill, basically just voting and saying, yes, we have the support to start moving forward. That's it. They have a lot of votes to go. They have a lot of time to go. So no, the reconciliation bill did not pass, and I promise you, it does not contain stimulus right now. It could contain stimulus if they wanted to add it in, But unfortunately, right now, nope, does not contain stimulus, and it is not officially passed. They have a long road ahead of them. The goal is right now to have it to the president's desk, the final bill, by Memorial Day, which is May 26th. Okay, so we've got like a month and a half to go, and I'm going to say this much right now: they are not going to reach their target, their goal of March 26th, or what I should say is Memorial Day. They're not going to do it. They're going to miss it. Why do I say that? Because they miss their goal every single time. So I'm pretty confident that I'm right with that. I could be wrong, but I'm saying like all the time they say, "Oh, we're going to do it by this date," and they miss it by like a month, and it's like, you guys, why do you even put out timelines? You're wrong every single time. So anyway, we'll see. But Keith, again, please don't be upset with me. I'm just giving you the reality. That's what's going on here. Melinda Damon, is it? Melinda, hey, I see you there. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Melinda. Joe Harney, I think it is. What is that chipmunk sound? I'm not sure if it's something with the audio. I don't hear anything, unless you're mocking my voice. I mean, maybe that's the case. If that's the thing, then that's cool. I'm not sure, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah, Catherine Wiley, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Denise M., thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Indiana, thanks for being here, Denise. Yeah, Baccia Paula, exactly. Thank you. Angela Brooks, by the way, I always see your messages or the comments. By the way, I see a lot of your comments. But anyway, Angela Brooks, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, going back down to the bottom of the chat again for a minute. Oh, yeah. Tanya Warren is saying, Joe, it's him playing on his computer. It's my phone reading to me. I think all of you know this by now. I'm blind. I can't see my phone. Here's my phone, right? So my comments are being read to me on my phone. Here, I'll turn up the volume so you can hear it. It's just my phone talking. That's what it is. So yeah, sorry, I didn't even know what you were talking about. But yeah, it's my phone talking. That's the only way that I can go through the comment section is my phone reads very fast, and it's just reading comments to me. So here, I turn the volume way up so you can hear it. It's honestly kind of annoying, but here you go. Let's go through some comments. Joe Harney says no. Yeah. So Lisa Johnson is talking about removing sugar and things out of EBT or something like that. Yeah, I talked about that recently. In fact, the last video that I had out this afternoon, I talked about that. So yes, Lisa Johnson. Yep. Yeah, Julie and our baby. I see your comment there as well. Yep. Yeah, Henry Rush, exactly. Thanks so much for the nice message. That's very kind. Yeah, enjoying the updates on Social Security, watching every day. That's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the nice message. So I'll turn the volume back down on my phone. Honestly, you probably don't want to hear that. That's why I keep the volume relatively quiet, because it's just kind of annoying. Most people don't want to hear that. So yeah, Henry Rush. Again, thank you so much for that kind message. I really appreciate that, Henry. Thank you. Yeah, decades of music and time machine. Yeah, exactly. Talking about Congress needing to pass that bill, everything like that. Again, let me just throw this out there super fast, okay? I know that we just talked about stimulus. This video is definitely not all about stimulus right now, but it seems like every video kind of segues into stimulus. Have you ever noticed that? Seriously, every single video, every live stream kind of turns into a stimulus video somehow. That is not my intention ever, but I'm just saying I just want to do what I can to answer questions. Here's one thing that I want to point out. I mentioned this, 15 minutes ago, talking about the major economic situation going on this week and how we're charging toward a recession, and we have just about had an economic implosion this week. We're likely going to see some major disruptions in the economy here very shortly, again, because of all this tariffs and all this everything else going on right now. But I just want to throw this out there really quickly. Remember, the reconciliation bill can have just about anything in it that they want. Obviously, they cannot reform Social Security within the reconciliation bill. That's one of the rules. You can't do that, but they can add stimulus in there if they wanted to. Right now, again, to clarify, nope, no stimulus in the reconciliation right now. But if they just so desired to do so, they could easily add it in there, no problem whatsoever. But my point is, considering that they're out about 6 weeks minimum right now from passing the reconciliation bill, and it has the ability to add stimulus in it. We even had Jamie Dimon, okay, I'm just kind of going off on a little rant here right now. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the United States, trillions of dollars worth of, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Anyway, it's a multi-trillion dollar bank. Okay, they're worth trillions of dollars. Let's just say that much. Okay, my point is, we had Jamie Dimon out earlier today, suggesting that we're probably going to be getting to an economic situation where the Federal Reserve, the Fed, you hear me talk about the Fed all the time, right? The Federal Reserve will likely need to come in and rescue the economy / rescue the markets at some point. Basically what he's saying, we're going to go down, and we're going down fast, because the only way that the Federal Reserve steps in and rescues economies and rescues the market is when we're in free fall. We see it every single time in a recession. What happens is all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're just, free falling, and all of a sudden the Federal Reserve comes out, steps out and says, we're going to start. They'll give it some cute name, like Operation Twist or quantitative easing or QE, whatever they say. They'll give it some name. And what that means is we're literally going to backstop the economy. We're going to backstop the markets. They're going to print trillions of dollars, and they're going to stimulate like crazy. That's what they do. So basically, that's kind of what Jamie Dimon, again, was suggesting this morning, is that at some point we're going to get to the point where the Fed will need to step in and basically recover, or basically save the market and save the economy. So it's kind of where we're headed, right? So anyway, if that explains a little bit. Oh, did I even make my point? The point is, reconciliation bill, again, they have not passed it yet. We've got about 6-ish weeks minimum to go until they pass it. If the economy really falls off a cliff between now and then, and we're really in a bad economic situation, which we could see happen, if we're in that situation, they could just plow a stimulus in there. They could just be like, hey, let's just add some stimulus checks into the reconciliation bill. We're working on it anyway. Let's just add them in. They could do that. Right now they have not, but they easily could do that. Considering the timing of everything going on right now, it would not be hard at all for them to do that whatsoever. I'm just saying, something we certainly want to keep on our radar as far as what's going forward here, right? Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Eula Brown, is that what it is? Thank you for the nice message and the support. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Thank you. Yeah, Steve R., I see you there as well. Steve R., thanks for being here. Nice. Deborah Chapman as well. Deborah Chapman checking in. Thanks to you. Thank you, Deborah. Nice to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Morris Terry yelling at me in the comment section. Yeah, just doing my best to answer as many questions as I can. If you've noticed in the chat box, there's a ton of questions about everything else you could possibly imagine in the comment section. But yeah, if you want to see what I'm talking about in this video, how I structure the live streams is the first 5, 7, 10, 12, 15 minutes of the video. I talk about the content, and then I get into the chat box and answer questions about anything that people want to know answers to. That's what it's about. I'm not sure how to say this name. 2AC Outlaws, I think it is. It's something like that. It's like 2AC Outlaws or something. 2AZ. Maybe it's 2AZ, maybe Arizona Outlaws. I'm just kind of trying to put this together. Anyway, I see your name there. I apologize. I'm not sure what the name is, but I see your comment. Yeah, apparently a bunch of other people are suggesting that stimulus has been approved. It has not. I promise you. It has not been approved right now. Okay. Yeah, I know that a lot of you know that already, but I just want to clarify, make sure they're all on the same page here. And again, no, this video is definitely not about stimulus, but somehow it always segues into that every time. Yeah, Steve R. is saying all over the internet, signed and passed. What are we talking about? No, No, again, I'm not saying that about you, Steve. I'm just saying I don't know who would make a video about that. That's dumb. That's not true. I mean, unless they're talking about some arbitrary executive order talking about, like making our showers great again. Did you see that executive order, by the way? I think this was signed, was it yesterday? Because like back in, I think it was 1992, apparently they restricted the water flow in our shower heads to like 2.5 gallons per minute. Have you ever seen that on the shower head printed on there? 2.5 mpg, or no, mgp. No, mpg. No, sorry. So GPM, sorry. Yeah, I'm real smart. Anyway, sorry. It's printed on the shower heads. 2 GPM, gallons per minute. Okay, anyway. Apparently he signed an executive order saying that that's not going to be a thing anymore. So we can have, make showers great again is this new saying that's out there right now. So, wow. Okay, I guess I've never really cared that much. But yeah, okay. Yeah, decades of music time machine saying it was on national news last night. Stimulus was approved. Um, I don't know what to say to that. On the national news, like David Muir is like, "Hey, it's the news, and we have a stimulus coming." I would like to see that video. Yeah, decades of music time machine. Hey, send me a link to that. If you saw it on the national news, I would love to see that. I would bet that it's probably from like 5 years ago. Is whoever is posting this? Um, I've not seen a single word about stimulus. Just being real with you, okay? Yep. Yeah, Dolan, I see you there. You're saying thanks. I really appreciate your videos. Thanks, Dolan. Really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Youngest, youngest. Sorry, not sure how to pronounce the name. Are Social Security checks still going out? Yes, 100%. Yes, that's true. Yeah, Keith Rambus, thank you. I really appreciate that as well. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Ah, Blake. Not sure how to pronounce this name. Areta Blake, maybe? Sorry, I'm so bad with names. Sorry. Hello, I see you there. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Nice. Deborah Chapman, West Palm Beach, 87 degrees. That's awesome. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Yeah, that's awesome, Deborah. I don't even know what to say to that. That's just really, really nice. Wow. Yeah, Tanya Warren, thank you. Joe Harney. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it as well. Thank you for the nice message. Michael Jackson. Hey, Michael Jackson. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Kit Kat. Hello, Kit Kat. Thank you. Yep. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce this last name or this name. It starts with a Y. Y-O-U. Anyway, you know who you are. I apologize. I'm not sure how to say your name. You're talking about buying hot food with EBT. The simple answer would be no. Generally, you cannot buy prepared hot foods with your EBT. Now, sometimes they make exceptions to the rule, right? If there's like some big disaster, like a hurricane or, some natural disaster, something like that, a lot of times they will approve it in certain circumstances, but in general, the answer is no. Yeah, the answer is no in general. But sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes. But that's definitely not always. No, the general rule is no. Yep, Chris Eisner, I see you there as well. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Yeah, Kit Kat, you're very welcome. Thank you, Kit Kat. Really appreciate it. Linda Angelico, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Linda, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Chris Eisner, exactly. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it. Deco Designed by Donna. I think it is Deco Designed by Donna. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, James Lara. Hey, James Lara. I saw you. I saw you last night as well, James. No, I'm not mad at you, James. James, I saw your message last night. Thank you for being here. Oh man, some of you have really tough names to say that I'm just not sure how to say. How do you say this? Wheeze. Okay, it starts with Wheeze. Weez. Wheeze. Wheeze. I'm not sure how to say the rest of your name. I'm so sorry, but thank you for the nice message. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, James Bennett. James Bennett, I see you there as well. Thank you for watching. Yeah, it seems like a lot of you are talking about that video that I had out from this afternoon with the likely changes coming to SNAP very soon. Yep, just please prepare if you are a SNAP beneficiary, if you have an EBT card, if you get supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits or food stamps, please watch the video from this afternoon. Otherwise, this past weekend as well, I don't know, I think it was on Sunday, I posted a video talking about 6 big changes to SNAP. Please watch that video as well. There's a bunch more than even 6, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. But SNAP will be changing very likely soon. Joe Harney is saying, can you get eggs with SNAP? Yeah, 100% sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get eggs with SNAP for sure. Gil Garcia there. Hello, how you doing, Gil? Nice to have you here. Appreciate it. Happy Friday. Yeah, Catherine Wiley. Looks like there's some discussion in the chat about can you buy, people are saying junk food with SNAP. Yep, you still can right now, but that's likely going away very soon. So yeah, just be prepared for that. Yep, I talked about it in the video this afternoon. James Lara. James Lara, you ask some funny questions. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. James Bennett, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I see you're talking about egg prices, $8.99 for a dozen in Kentucky. Wow, that's nuts. Wow. Linda Proffinger saying, I got groceries from Walmart today, over $500. That's nuts. I hope that's like a month's worth of groceries for you, Linda. That's crazy right there. I hope that's not like your weekly haul. If it is, that's cool. That's totally fine too. No problem. I'm just saying, I hope that you stocked up for like a month or something. That's a lot of money for food. That's crazy. I mean, obviously, we all know it's very expensive, but that's just like, it's a lot. $500. Wow. Gosh, I wonder what it was. Corey, my wife, went to Costco yesterday. Or was that today? Is yesterday. Yesterday. Anyway, she went to Costco yesterday. I think she bought, I don't know, a bunch of eggs or whatever. I think they were relatively cheap. Like, cheap, relative to recent times. I think it was like it was under $4 a dozen. Like, not too bad for, considering what it's been. I mean, that's expensive, in history, but as of recently, that's, pretty cheap actually. Yeah, Audrey Sims. Hey, Audrey, nice to have you here. Nice to see you in a live stream. I see your comments early in the morning all the time. Yeah, thank you, Audrey. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Audrey, very nice to have you here. Eula Brown, all is good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we really appreciate that. Thank you. Yep, all is very good. Thank you for asking. Annette Jackson, I see you there. Exactly. Thank you for being here, Annette Jackson. That's very kind of you. Happy Friday. By the way, I see a lot of comments down below talking about egg prices and food prices and traveling to the grocery store, stuff like that. So I'm skipping a lot of comments just because it looks like a lot of conversation back and forth, which is cool. No problem at all. But yeah. Kenny Hutchins, I see you there as well. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Catherine Wiley asking, did gold prices go up today? Yeah, gold hit another new all-time record. Not sure what it hit today, but yes, new all-time record. It's crazy, right? Yeah, wow. James Bennett asking, is there going to be a SNAP increase in April? Nope. Nope, no SNAP increase in April. Nope, not this time. James Lara, yep, see you there. Thanks, James. James, no. Kenny Hutchins, exactly. Kenny Hutchins, you're very welcome. Just want to do what I can every day to keep you posted on what's going on. A lot of interesting things happening right now. Yeah, Steve R., I see your comments there. Why does the internet always say passed, approved, things like that, and all these different comments? Yeah, nope, that's not the case right now. Okay, there's a lot of comments there. A lot of comments talking about food and groceries and egg prices and all kinds of things like that. So, again, I was skipping quite a few of them just because there was a lot of back and forth between people. Yeah, Linda, I see that about $100 more than you usually pay. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you stocked up on stuff. That's great. Yeah, Jeremy Gerber, exactly. Jeremy Gerber, thanks for being here. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now, definitely. Yep, for sure. Chris Eisner, that's awesome. Chris Eisner, yeah, you're lucky you moved in your new place a couple months ago. Had a bunch of things included. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, Mike Johnson checking in from Washington. Awesome. Thanks, Mike Johnson. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Jordan waving hands all around. That's awesome. Jordan, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Patty Laurie, is that what it is? You're talking about Aldi? Yeah. Apparently Aldi is like expanding like crazy right now because people are they're abandoning these higher priced grocery stores and they're going to these lower priced options like Aldi, and they're just raking in the dough right now, apparently, just from what I'm reading on this, because so many people are flocking to Aldi right now. I don't know. My dad goes there. Yeah, my dad. Every time we see my dad, he's like, guess what I bought from Aldi? We're like, I don't even know. And he's like, I bought this. And he'll like show us something and they'll be like, it was like $1.92 or whatever. It's funny. My dad loves Aldi. He talks about it all like literally every time we see my dad, he's got something he bought from Aldi and he calls Aldi Aldi's. You know you're a loyal Aldi person when you call it Aldi's. You know what I mean? It's funny. Eula Brown asking how much you pay for eggs. Good question. Like I said, Corey, my wife, was at Costco, I think, yesterday, and she bought some eggs. I think it was like $3.89 or something a dozen. She, I think, bought like a big box or something of eggs. I don't know how it worked, but yeah. They were relatively cheap for, relative times right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Corey's confirming right here in the chat, $3.80 per dozen. That's good. Wow. Nice. Chris Eisner saying it's about 75 right now where you're located. That's awesome. That's super nice. Yeah. Yeah, Jill Lee also saying saw it on the news last night, passed and things like this. Here's the thing. I think they're talking about, well, I don't think, I know they're talking about basically the practice vote within the House of Representatives to continue moving forward with the reconciliation bill. They talked about that for sure. Yeah, that's a thing that happened, but it doesn't contain stimulus, right? Yeah. Yeah, Chris Eisner again, thank you for the message. Appreciate that. Glad that you're enjoying the messages and the videos and everything. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. Oh, Jane Bennett. Sorry, Jane Bennett. I've been saying James. Sorry about that. Jane Bennett, my phone. Sometimes it's honestly not easy to understand. I'm trying to buzz through this. Sorry about that, Jane. I've been calling you James this whole time. Sorry about that, Jane. I see your comment there saying, my name is easy. Jane, all in caps. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate it. Yeah, Junior Martinez. Junior Martinez. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you as always. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Frank Parrish is asking, so what's up with SS, Social Security? Okay, let's do a quick recap. We haven't done a recap in a while, and anybody that's joining right now might be thinking, what is going on here? This has nothing to do with what the title says. You're right. At the exact moment, it doesn't, simply because the way that I structure the live streams is I talk for the first maybe like 8 or 10 or 15 minutes or so in the first part of the video talking about what I want to share in the video, in the content, and then I get into the chat box and we spend way too much time talking about all kinds of things in the chat, and that's totally cool too. But anyway, let's do a quick recap. So if you're just joining right now, here's the situation. Last couple days here, I've been out in some videos, and I've been scratching my head thinking, what's going on here? Something is fishy about Social Security. In fact, last night in a live stream, I was out saying, this is very odd. We have not received any press releases from Social Security confirming some different things I've been reading online and that I've been seeing posted on the Social Security X page, formerly known as Twitter, right? So I've been like reading their posts there, and I've been seeing different articles and headlines talking about it, but I've seen no official confirmation in the form of a Social Security press release like we usually get when there's a big announcement out of Social Security. So last night in the live stream, I was like, this is super weird. I'm waiting for an official announcement from Social Security in the form of a press release. Nothing's coming out. I don't believe it unless I see an official press release or something posted on the Social Security website. Nothing was coming, nothing was coming. So I was really starting to doubt some of this information, even though it was posted on the Social Security X page, again, otherwise known as Twitter, right? Or formerly known as Twitter, I should say. Okay, but here's the thing. Social Security has officially come out and confirmed they are no longer submitting press releases anymore. So the days of press releases, getting an email, ding, press release from Social Security, they made a breaking news update. Those days are gone, no longer a thing, okay? So Social Security has officially confirmed, whoops, made my phone talk, sorry about that. Lost my train of thought here. Social Security also has officially confirmed that they are no longer submitting press releases. That's not a thing anymore, okay? So they will no longer be sending them. In fact, the last press release that was sent out was back on March 27th. That was like 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago and a day. So it was 15 days ago was the last time that we had a press release out of Social Security. They're not doing them anymore, but rather their new form of communication, and this is super odd, but this is their new official form of communication, posting on the Social Security X page, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, so that's where we got to go. That's where we need to go. If we want the latest updates out of Social Security, to see the information as it's hitting the wire, the latest information that they're confirming, they're doing all of that communication now on X. Okay, so again, like I said before in the videos, I will continue to bring you this information as I find it, as they post it, as they release any new information. I will continue to watch that very closely, and I'll be right here for you, bringing you the updates. But again, for all of us that are signed up on their email list for the breaking news press releases as they're hitting the wire, those will not be coming anymore. Never again. Well, okay, I shouldn't say never again. That's a very bold and a very aggressive statement. But as of right now, the press releases are done. That's it. No more press releases out of Social Security. So the mystery solved that I have written in the title of this live stream is, the mystery being, well, yesterday I was saying, where are the press releases? Why are we not getting official confirmation of these changes? Seems very odd to me that somebody is posting on the Social Security X page saying these things, but we've not seen an official press release confirming it. I was saying last night, this is very weird. I don't like this. Well, now we have the confirmation and the official mystery solved being, yep, they're not doing the press releases, but only on the X page is their official form of communication. And again, I find that to be very weird. Very weird that Social Security will only communicate through X. But that's the reality now. So anyway, that's what I was talking about earlier on in this video, just to give a little recap on this. Now, if you do not want to sign up on an X, for an X profile or an X page, whatever, to follow Social Security, I don't blame you whatsoever. You don't need to. But here's what you can do. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I will continue to keep you posted every single day. I'm watching all these headlines every day. Anything that they come out with that I find to be important that you should know about, of course, I'll bring it to your attention immediately in these videos, whether it's a short video, whether it's a live stream like this, whatever it happens to be, I will keep you posted every single day. So if you want to, if you're new here, if you've not done so, if you want to subscribe, I really appreciate it. If you don't want to, I totally get it. No problem whatsoever. That's totally cool. No problem whatsoever. I just want to do what I can for you. So anyway, stay tuned. I will keep you posted on all these different changes, but this is the new form of communication, and their only form of communication is apparently on X, which, again, I just find that to be very, very, very weird. But that's how it is. So that's the new set of rules here. Okay. This live stream is getting pretty long here. Let's wrap it up there. I can certainly come back in a separate dedicated video and talk about everything else, in greater detail for you. Let's leave it at that. And again, I did my very best to get through as many comments as I can. If I missed yours, I apologize. Certainly not doing that on purpose. Just trying to do my best to get through as many as I possibly can, provide value to you, just whatever I can for you, okay? Anyway, this video will upload. It takes a couple minutes for it to upload. As soon as it does, leave your comments on it. If you have any questions specifically, I can come back in dedicated videos or live streams, whatever you got for me. Just let me know. I'm here for you. And yeah, a lot of things happening right now. Busy, busy week. Oh, by the way, there's going to be some talks tomorrow. The president, well, I think the president's advisors, I don't think it's actually the president. The president will be talking with some Middle Eastern countries, and basically the president said, hey, it's going to get super ugly if you don't basically work with us. So who knows what tomorrow's going to bring, right? Anybody's guess, okay? So we could have a new situation starting tomorrow. Who knows? Let's just see what happens. Let's just hope that everything is okay. Either way, I'll keep you posted. Anyway, please, just have a nice day. If I need to come back in another live stream a little bit later today because more breaking information comes out, obviously I can certainly do that for you. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll certainly see you again very soon in another video or another live stream as I see information coming out. I'll bring it to your attention right away. Otherwise, please have a nice evening. Thanks again for joining. Really appreciate all of you. Have a good one, and I will catch you again very soon. All right. Where are we going? Uh-oh, low battery. What do I hit? What do I do? My battery's low. I gotta figure out how to get this thing off my screen. There it is. Close. Got it. Okay. Hit this. Yep. All right. Have a nice night.